This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. How you feeling, my man? You feeling good?
Feeling good, brother. I mean, life's good. Kane's basketball team's winning, so that's fun. You got an extra team to cover now. Before I could ignore them when they were terrible.
Right.
Now they're actually winning. And,
we could talk about, can you dig it? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I missed it. Go ahead.
Can you dig it? From what movie is that?
Oh, gosh. Now I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
We see the what is it? The Jones boys next to the whatever, and nobody's wasting anybody. That is a miracle.
I mean, you're doing great. It's just I was like in an entirely different conversation before we started, so my brain is in another place.
For 5 feet of ground, our turf, our little piece of turf. That's crap, brothers. No, nothing. Warriors, bro.
Okay, I was starting to get an image in my head.
What was the
guys
name
of black
of the guy that said, "Can you dig it"?
I can't remember now.
Cyrus.
Oh, Cyrus Moss. There you go.
There you go. Whoa!
Now I got there, brother. Now I got there.
Man,
I apologize, brother.
Oh.
I understand. I know. I'm too busy thinking about this new running backs coach that Miami got, and
I got to get you up with pop culture, bro. I mean,
hey,
you
watch
can't
a lot
do
of
radio
movies
without pop culture, bro. You got to tie things together.
You're right.
Can you dig it?
You're right. I got to throw more of that in there. But I was just spaced out because the whole thing with the running backs coach at Miami and just working a lot of different things, bro. So my head was spinning. So
tell us about Cyrus, by the way.
Another one of these Greg Rousseau type guys, man. Big body, 6'6", 220. You know, he's what he weighs right now, but he's an All-American talent out of Bishop Gorman, which, Miami's had some success with the Bishop Gorman kids. And he's gonna probably be 270, 275 by the time Mario's done with him, and he's gonna be one of the best pass rushers in the ACC, I'm sure. I mean, he's a talented kid, smart, fast, athletic, which is what they want. They want those kind of guys, and so big pickup for Miami. I know they wanted the Kevin Coleman kid. They felt good about it, but Dion and that Aflac money, baby. I mean, it's what can I tell you? I mean, they're cleaning up Jackson State. That whole situation is interesting, because I get it. The kids are going there now. The HBCU thing, it's great for those schools, but Dion is going to need a counterpart. They're going to need somebody to play in that league that has great players too, if you're going to sell that thing. And they need a TV contract to make it work. I think a lot of those kids might go there now initially, but we'll see if they end up deciding to leave to go.
Oh, if they get drafted, they'll keep going. They'll keep going for the help. If they get drafted, yeah. If they get what they want and they get selected in the high part of the draft, then Dion's doing what he said. I get it. They're not playing against SEC competition. I get what you're saying, all of that, but they're still getting to the show, so that really doesn't matter. So
right, if they get to the show, it doesn't matter.
But you're right about what you're saying in theory. The reality of finding another type of coach like that in that conference to turn something like that around, that you need to find another character like that. That's really difficult, Manny. That's super hard.
But they need a rival, because I think eventually those kids are going to see that all their buddies that go to Alabama and Ohio State and everywhere else, they're going to be saying, man, these guys are in big time games. Who are we playing this week? That's what I'm saying. If they can get another couple teams that have a few of those kids and they get the same TV attention, I think it works. But otherwise, I think we could see, in a year or two, some of those kids say, man, you know what? I want to play in the big time games.
All right, where are we at coaching wise? What have they rounded out with?
Well, right now, I guess the only new addition is the running backs coach, Kevin Smith, which hopefully Miami announces that in the next couple of days or so. But Kevin Smith was at Ole Miss. He's a former UCF running back, played in the NFL out of Miami Southridge. Very good recruiter. And so I think that's the guy who's going to be the new running backs coach for Miami. We will see when they make it official, but that's the word. I had heard his name a couple weeks ago. I asked at the time, they said not yet, and apparently somebody else I think had turned the job down, and then it became his. So that's the way it works.
Okay, all right. What else do we know? Anything brewing?
Nothing on the OC or DC to be announced
Why
yet.
so long? Are they part of Alabama and Georgia? What the hell's going on?
Maybe, I don't know. Listen, I said Glenn Schumann was the co-DC at Georgia, and to me, he's been the number one target all along. I don't know if now he's finally negotiating with Miami after the championship game last night. I don't know if that's sort of the process because, you know, Mario's not the kind of guy who takes who's in a need to rush to hire staff.
Okay, so then this is my follow-up here to that.
Mm-hmm.
Any shot that the coach he's going after is in the NFL and the playoffs?
Could be. Very well could be. I mean, look, the other name I heard for the DC
might be like a linebackers coach that becomes his D coordinator or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It could be. You know, the other name I had heard was Clint Hurt. As far as, you know, he former Hurricane, a guy who's been with Pete Carroll for a long time now up in Seattle. As far as NFL guys, I think there's a coach out of Houston. Belk was another one. You know, I don't know where they are in the process. I've thought all along Schumann was the number one guy. That was my feeling, and he coached and won a national championship last night. You know, maybe it's soon. And if not, then you know, I look, all of these guys, all these head coaches, you know how it works. They have a number one guy that they want, right? They have their top target. Then they got the next group of guys. And then it just becomes a matter of money and what do you want? What position coach do you want to add? So all of that process takes a while. And Mario's the kind of guy who he took his time when he was at Oregon with his coaching hires. He would interview a lot of different people to get a good feeling about whoever it is that he wanted to be that guy. And these are important hires now. Okay. These are his first ones. Yeah. He's got a lot of money to spend. And you know, all along, I mean, the first time I asked, I was told not till after the bowl game. So I went on vacation for that reason, brother, because I knew I said nothing's going to happen yet. He's bringing his guys from Oregon with him that he knows that are going to be with him. And then after that, it's, you know, so to me, the fact that it's taking quote unquote long for some people, it's really not taking long. It's really not. So,
all right. Recruiting wise, what's the next date we're waiting for? And then how active will they be with the transfer portal too?
Yeah, I mean, they're looking at guys. There's a cornerback out of Oregon that they're interested in that's supposed to be visiting campus soon. You know, they want to add one more cornerback. Tyreek Stevenson announced last night, or Miami announced it last night, that he'll be back next season. Same with Zion Nelson, the left tackle. So that was good news. You get two of your best players back. But, you know, they're looking for help on the offensive line. They want 2 to 3 kids on the offensive line. They don't have any offensive linemen in this class. Right now, they're looking at high school kids. I don't know that there's any transfers that they really like. Defensive line, there are a couple guys, one out of UAB, a defensive end that they're interested in. I think it's Moultrie is his last name. 265, can you know, play 2-gap type system. He's a guy that I think they're looking at seriously for the defensive line. You know, it's just about adding depth at this point. It's adding guys that can come in and help and not be a hindrance. You know, you take freshmen because you want to develop them at a position. I think without question, offensive line is a position where you have enough guys coming back that you can, you know, you have 6 core guys that are coming back that have played, and you can make it work. You can take freshmen. Defensive line's a little different. You know, I think they need some age there. So the Moultrie kid, I think, you know, they'll take a strong look at him. But it, you know, and then receiver, they want, like I said, they wanted the Kevin Coleman kid, didn't get him. And so they're looking at one of the kids out of Clemson, who's from down here, played receiver, was a former 4-star recruit out of South Dade High School. And they also are looking at an FCS kid who set all kinds of records. So they're searching for veteran help, but it's 1 or 2. It's not, like I said. And the other thing is that this point was made abundantly clear to me. They're not just going to take guys that take guys. In other words, they're going to take guys that help them. And if they don't help them, they're not going to waste a scholarship. So,
right.
And again, springtime, there are going to be more guys in the portal again. So you save a few scholarships for that point. So,
right.
And you're going to have guys leaving most likely in the spring. You're going to have guys who are like, hey, I'm not part of the rotation. I'm out of here.
I think, and also I just think this is going to become a sexier destination now, with Mario here. I just think, look, Mario accomplished a lot at Oregon. Obviously, what he accomplished at Oregon is not going to be enough to satisfy the Canes Nation, but you're hoping that here in Miami he gets a different player that he got at Oregon, one that's even better than what he got at Oregon. Right. So then the results obviously have got to be better, and that's what I'm looking forward to. See, the beauty about Mario, what I like about Mario and what I'm expecting from Mario compared to what I've watched for so many years now recently is I'm expecting organization. I'm expecting preparation. I'm expecting intelligence. These are the factors that I'm expecting week in and week out from the Hurricanes that I did not get. And I'm not expecting some idiot on the sidelines to be celebrating when he's down by 25. And by the way, the other thing I'd like for you or someone else to ask Mario is, are you still going to have this stupid ass chain when you're losing by 25? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I find it insulting that you take out the turnover chain when you're getting your ass kicked. That's embarrassing.
I think without question there are going to be some changes on that front, because this is about culture. It is about setting the expectation that, this is Mario's old school, man. Like, his during the season last year, he had a freshman receiver who caught a pass. I think this was against, I don't know, Arizona State, somebody early in the season that they beat. And it was the first half, late in the first half. One of his freshman receivers makes a great catch and then spins the ball on the turf. So starts to hot dog it. And Mario got right in his face because he got a 15-yard penalty, knocked him out of field goal range. And, the announcer, Rod Gilmore, was criticizing him, making this sort of like a racial thing. Mario, this doesn't look good on you. And the reality is, like, the kid had no problem with it. He knew he screwed up. But Mario's mentality, yes, he played for the badass Canes in the 80s and early 90s who loved celebrating, but they celebrated because they were beating everybody's ass.
Right, exactly.
And this was the second quarter. It was 24-10. They weren't beating Arizona State's ass. They needed to beat their ass, and they weren't doing it yet.
Right.
So
Randall Hill can take out the 6-shooter against Texas.
Right, when you're up 46-3.
51-3, bro.
Yeah.
You're thoroughly embarrassing them. So
Right.
take out the 6-shooter. But when I see a Cane take out a turnover chain and you're down by 20, I feel like just going through the screen and just punching somebody. It drives me crazy. It's a loser mentality type of thing, and I hope they eliminate that.
Yeah, I think it's only going to be brought out post game. I think I could see something that's. I think that could be something that maybe they pass it. Who knows? Who knows what he's thinking? I know he's
a locker room moment where everybody circles and celebrates the turnover king of the game or something.
Right.
And you can have your social media pictures there, and it'll go wild too, and that's it, and all that, and you don't have to do it out on the field and embarrass yourself. So yeah, I like that. I like that.
The team will be getting back together this coming weekend. School starts next week. It's all going to be virtual, but the team will be getting back together. They'll start to work out again. I think it's the 16th. And so, the coaches will start to get their imprint and put their imprint on these kids, meet them, have the workouts, all that kind of stuff. And so I expect, Mario at some point or another will probably discuss some of those changes that he's making in terms of culture. But look, he's got his strength coaches, both of them. They hired another one from Oregon. They've got two now, both of their guys from up there, Aaron Feld and another assistant. They're bringing in the offensive line and defensive line coach and receivers coach. The three most important guys to Mario, I guess, are here with him as far as staff. So there's going to be the culture is going to be put in place by these guys without question.
Follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. Catch his work there at The Athletic. And subscribe to The Athletic and support, of course, Manny and all the terrific writers there. Manny, appreciate you as always, my man. We will catch up on Friday, my friend. Hopefully we'll have some coordinator news. Damn it, man.
Yeah, man. I'd like for it to be over with too. Believe me, I can just settle into recruiting and basketball, not worry about who's the next coordinator or assistant coach. So we'll see. Hopefully it's done soon.
All right, my brother. You be good.
All right, man. See
you. Go. All right, Manny Navarro. Follow him on Twitter, Manny_Navarro. That's our Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report.